There are tons of reasons that can cause you to get stuck and stop improving at painting. This problem can be really discouraging. As an art student, I've hit a ton of these roadblocks. And if I had let the discouragement get to me every time, I probably would have just quit art by now. One of the main reasons we especially struggle to make progress with oil pastels is being too much of a perfectionist, focusing way too much on the little details and small parts of the painting, and being super insistent on getting everything super precise and hyper detailed, or even trying to match colors exactly to the reference. By zoning in on the details so much from the start, you easily lose the bigger picture, the overall composition, and the ability to stay focused on the painting as a whole. That makes your progress actually way slower. With oil pastels, you need to figure out exactly what kind of oil pastel pieces you really vibe with. You can make a whole Pinterest board to see what style appeals to you the most. Whether you're really into soft, hazy, textureless, and dreamy looking stuff, or pieces with more texture and sharper colors, each of those styles need practice in its own way. For the super soft and dreamy artworks, you need pastels that are really creamy and actually easy to blend out. You can usually use fewer tools for this style, but it's got its own beautiful look actually. But if you're more into the textured, colorful look with less blending, kind of like me, you actually have a bit more freedom to work with, more loosely. For me personally, this style of working with oil pastels is a lot more fun, and when you start placing the colors next to each other and gradually learn which color combinations work well together without needing to blend them out is so satisfying to me. For this kind of approach, you can use both hard and soft pastels. Like the other paintings you can see in my channel, I have worked with both Pentel, which is a harder pastel, and Gallery, which is a softer one. You don't necessarily need to blend everything out super smoothly. Letting the colors interact more directly can create a really cool and dynamic effect. The key is just finding the specific style that you're naturally drawn to and then focusing on building up those particular skills. Don't worry too much about trying to be a master of every single technique right away. Just lean into the thing that excites you the most. In my personal opinion, the biggest thing that can hold an artist back from improving with oil pastels is the fear of making mistakes. Being too scared of messing up means you'll miss out on all those cool and unexpected happy accidents. For example, with a small painting like the one I'm working on right now, if the blending isn't perfect, it can actually create a really interesting and natural looking effect. But if you're constantly worried about not making any mistakes, you'll end up playing it too safe and missing out on a lot of those possibilities. The point is to just embrace the imperfections and unaccepted moments. Don't be afraid to let things get a little messy or uncontrolled. That's where the real magic can happen with a medium like oil pastels. If you're too worried about maintaining total control, you'll end up limiting yourself. Honestly, making a few mistakes is often what takes a painting to the next level. So try to shift your mindset away from perfection and just focus on enjoying the process. The more you can let go and experiment, the better your oil pastel skills will develop in the long run. Another important thing is having that focused, mindful presence when you're painting. You really need to be fully present and engaged with the process to properly learn these techniques. When you're in the midst of a painting, you need to be constantly thinking about your color choices, how you're layering things, and how you can make the painting actually even better. The awareness and attention to the actual motions of painting, that is what really helps you hone your focus. It's not just about the end results, it's about being fully immersed in the act of creating. In my opinion, a lot of the struggles artists face come from that perfectionist mindset, constantly thinking about the finished piece instead of being present with the process. When you get stuck in that ideal outcome mentality, it takes away from the joy, the fun, and the calmness of the actual painting experience. You have to try to shift your focus away from the end goal and just be totally absorbed in the here and now of your painting. That's where the real satisfaction and growth comes from. If you can master that mindful, your skills will improve so much more. And if you can master that mindful, your skills will improve so much more than if you're just stressing about the final product. You're always in your own head thinking, my work has to be perfect. I have to love it. I can't make a single mistake on the way to the end result. But that idea of perfection is just totally unnatural. The things that are truly natural and beautiful in this world are full of little imperfections. So when you try to create something flawless without a trace of human touch, you end up making something lifeless and soulless. And no matter how hard you try, it will never really satisfy you. You have to stop overthinking about having the perfect paper, the perfect pencils, or even the perfect pastels. Because believe me, that will just keep you from even starting a piece. And it's super frustrating when you end up leaving paintings unfinished because you think you messed up too badly or that it's just not looking good enough. But the real secret to create great art is just simply keep going. I've had that happen to me so many times where I almost gave up on a piece, but then ended up being really happy with the final result after pushing through. Despite the challenges that comes with working with oil pastels, it's such a rewarding medium. The ability to create rich, textural, or no texture at all is really flexible and special, and you'll find that as you continue to practice, those frustrations and feelings of imperfection start to fade away. The most important thing is to embrace the process. Be patient with yourself and find the joy in experimenting. Don't get bogged down in trying to make each piece perfect. Instead, focus on improving little by little each time you pick up the pastels. Before you know it, you'll be producing artwork that exceeds your own expectation. So keep exploring, keep making mistakes, and keep pushing through. That's how you'll develop your unique oil pastel style and create paintings you're truly proud of. The journey is just as important as the destination, so try to relax and have fun with it. And remember that your best artwork is yet to come. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Goodbye and see you in the next video.